Now this first one is called The Wind's Good Graces. And I'll tell you how this one came about. Peggy and I were looking for our first sailboat. And we were roaming up and down the east and west coast, dog in the van, looking at boat yards and finding boats and looking. I never did find the right one on that trip, but on one of them, I noticed way back in the back of the boat yard, there was this old schooner. Beautiful, beautiful lines, about a 37 foot. And I wandered back there, and the gentleman allowed me to own the boat. He was working on it, and it was probably built in the early 30s, and it had a potbelly stove on it, with the tile bulkheads and everything. Beautiful boat. And after I left, I always wondered if you ever got that boat back out into the water. Was it ever back out there again? And that's true for a lot of boats here in Panama City after the hurricane. Mine happened to get tore up pretty good, but it managed to make it back out there. So I got to thinking, and I wrote this song called The Wind's Good Graces about that boat, and it could be about other boats as well. Running hard out of Freeport, she lifts her sails proudly. A fair wind does blow to carry away. Well, the winch drums do glimmer, her halyards fresh woven. A schooner of New England in search of adventure. Come sail the far reaches, come through the ocean's parade. May the wind's good graces carry away. Well, the sailors before her shared the same resolve to follow the heavens to places unknown, to dream of a landfall, the length of good earth, new sights of wonder, God's blessing on earth. Come sail the far reaches, come through the ocean's parade. May the wind's good graces far away. Well, the old boat is tired, her railings well rusted. Oh, the stories of the voyages weathered deep within her keel. Someday she'll see deep water, but for now she waits patiently for the wind's good graces to carry away. Come sail the far reaches, come through the ocean's parade. May the wind's good graces carry away. Yes, carry away. Oh, carry away. Thank you. So the wind's good graces. We don't know if that made it back out there or not. Now, this next one is really, I think this is probably one of my favorite songs. How many of you have ever been to Roberts Hall over in Lynn Haven? Okay? If you hadn't been to Roberts Hall, you need to go to Roberts Hall. They've had musicians coming through there for years and years and years. And we used to go, Peggy and I used to go to Mike and Maggie. I don't know if you're familiar with Lucky Mud. but Mike and Maggie used to put on a Americana music thing over there, and we never missed it. We were always there. And I used to be amazed. New people that came to the building, they would always take them upstairs to show them the stage that Hank Williams played on. You know, that was their claim to fame. Hank Williams played on this stage, you know. And the one thing I heard every time they came down from upstairs, never failed. Everybody would say, "Man, if these walls could talk, can you imagine what they would say?" You know, well, that got me thinking. But what really clinched this song was Mike and Maggie were fixing to start playing. They'd just done a tour upstairs, you know, they're set the music up and they're playing. And all of a sudden there's this gigantic crash from upstairs. And there's nobody up there. And Mike stops in the middle of his song and he looks up toward the ceiling and he says, "Not to worry, it's just the band upstairs." Talking about Hank Williams haunting the building, you know. And I was a goner. I had to do it. So this one's called Robert's Hall. So at Robert's Hall, come one and all, said the billboard on the tree. The music man has come to town. Hank Williams is his name. So bring your wives and sweethearts and listen to him sing. He may not be this way again, except in memories. And if these walls could talk, would they sing of cheating hearts, of one night stands at 3/4, turn around, have another drink of whiskey, another long night on the road, paying dues and playing tunes, where they're headed, no one knows. Now this old sun-baked wooden hall stands quietly alone, forgotten on some back street outside of the main road, and no one knows his story, and most don't understand the hopes and dreams of the guitarist that grace this piece of land. And if these walls could talk, would they sing of cheating hearts, of one night stands at 3/4, turn around, have another drink of whiskey, another long night on the road, paying dues and playing tunes of where they're headed, no one knows. Now the doors are always open for the dreamers, the young and old, to share their songs aboard our feet, their stories of the road. Now the man upstairs, he's listening, and he understands them all, 'cause he traveled down the same old road so many call home. Can you hear that lonesome whistle blow? Can you hear the thunder roll? Can you hear the echo from beyond that haunts this backstage door? Well, it's the man upstairs you're hearing. He's tuning up to play once more. He's standing center stage again for his final curtain call. And if these walls could talk, Would they sing of cheating hearts, of one night stands and 3/4 turn around, have another drink of whiskey, another long night on the road, paying dues and playing tunes of where they're headed? No one knows. And you know, a lot of people don't know, Hank Williams actually died in the back seat of his car going to another gig. They thought he was asleep, but he was actually dead from hard living, you know. And so, you know, that song came from watching so many people come through Roberts Hall, laying their songs out, trying to make money for gas money, make it to the next gig and all that kind of stuff. So, kind of interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I was talking about earlier, my boat actually got hammered pretty bad in the hurricane. We put it all back together. And the name of my boat is Salty Dog. I got a 1978 Morgan Out Island sloop rig. Well, so we got it back together and all that. But I bought this boat in 2009 here. And I decided to write this song about it. It's a pretty cool boat. It's an old boat. I like the old boats. And it's called a Morgan Out Island because the guy that built it was Charlie Morgan. So this is the sailboat song. Charlie Morgan, 33, 1978. She was launched to be an island boat down in El Caribe, working her way to me. Well, I found her lying quietly in an old part of Panama City. Well, I picked her, or did she pick me? Together we would sail, 'cause she's a salty dog with a salty reflection, salty past and a salty captain. With 30 years of ocean passage, she's a salty dog, yes indeed. Well, she's been slooping here and slooping there. Where she slooped, well, she won't tell. Now we're Key West bound on a southeast tack, making way despite the fact she's a salty dog with a salty reflection, salty past and a salty captain. With 30 years of ocean passage, she's a salty dog, yes indeed. Well, we ran out of storm outside of Antigua, got run out of town down in Cumbay Sound. Two old salts just making the rounds down in El Caribe. 'Cause she's a salty dog with a salty reflection, salty past and a salty captain. With 30 years of ocean passage, she's a salty dog, yes indeed. Well, as anchors away, we're locked in tight, kicking back, enjoying the sights. Two old salts making memories tonight down in El Caribe. 'Cause she's a salty dog with a salty reflection, salty past and a salty captain. With 30 years of ocean passage, she's a salty dog, yes indeed. Well, she's a salty dog, yes indeed. Well, she's a salty dog, oh yes indeed. So, salty dog.
Salty dog. Salty cat.
Sitting over here in Massillina Bayou as we speak.
Angie's listening.
Huh?
Angie's listening.
Okay, now this next one, I actually wrote, it's called Music My Old Friend. And actually it's about the guitar. This guitar is a 1977. I bought it brand new in Atlanta. And it's a Martin D28. And it's been with me through a lot of stuff, let me tell you, over the years. It's been with me. We learned how to play guitar together. We actually went through a divorce together. We lived in a radio apartment together. And we played out at night in bars and restaurants to make money to pay rent. And later on in life, we actually traveled together, you know, to Alaska. We went to all through the Caribbean. So this guitar has been with me a long time. So this is kind of about the guitar and a little bit about myself as well. So, okay. Days they pass so quickly, a tender note, a tear that flows, only shared with this old guitar, and I alone, searching for the answers deep within its wooden soul, a companion through some stormy nights, to comfort and console. Yeah, now, music, my old friend, something seemed to never end, returning to these wise old strings for answers once again. And oh, so many lonely nights, the songs they come and go, and me and my old guitar making music all alone. Well, we've seen the aurora from the deep Alaskan woods. We've watched the moon rise from the sea as we sang a song or two. And now for some odd 40 years, you're still here beside me, true. A trusted old companion, oh, trusted and proved true. Yeah, now, music, my old friend, something seemed to never end, returning to these wise old strings for answers once again. And oh, so many lonely nights, the songs they come and go, and me and my old guitar making music all alone. Well, the people come to listen, yet they seem to never hear the stories of the road you tell for 10 spot and a beer. And as the night draws to its close, you look down at your jar. The waitress smiles and says, good job, see another, you've come so far. Yeah, now music, my old friend, something seemed to never end, returning to these wise old strings for answers once again. And oh, so many lonely nights, the songs they come and go, and me and my old guitar making music all alone. Now, this one I wrote for my granddaughter. You know, I mean, you got to write a song for your granddaughter, right? And it's called The Little White House. It's about a playhouse. How many of you had a playhouse when you were little? Okay. Okay. Okay, playhouse, all right. Well, you got to understand, thank you. You got to understand, I raised my daughter in a little town outside of Atlanta called Jonesboro, Georgia. And we lived on the corner of Cloud Street and South Avenue. And she used to play with the girl across the street from her on South Avenue. And they had this beautiful, beautiful antebellum home. It was beautiful. It was built back before the Civil War. And she loved that house. Every time she'd come back, she'd rave about the staircase or this or that. And she said, when I grow up, I'm going to buy that house. Well, she grew up, came back, and bought the house. She did. And, hey, Dave. And glad you were able to get up. And so she came back and she bought the house. And I get a call from my granddaughter one day. And my granddaughter, I know she was put up to it, but my granddaughter calls and says, Granddaddy, can you build me a playhouse? Well, what do? You build a playhouse, you know. So I find myself building a playhouse at the house right across from where my daughter was raised, and I built a playhouse for her. So this is kind of a short one, but it's about that little white house out back that I built for her. And can you hear that? It's a little white house at the end of South and Clyde. A little white house where dreams could all run wild. Where Big Bird and Elmo were always welcome round. Back on South and Clyde. Granddad on the porch, water from a mason jar, thinking back when he built your mama's playhouse, much like yours, back when she was young and liked to play outdoors. Back on South and Cloud, it's a little white house at the end of South and Cloud. A little white house where dreams could all run wild. Where Big Bird and Elmo were always welcome round. Back on South and Cloud. Hot summer days, mail and hammer in hand, building memories and dreams with your own two hands. A special place where grown-ups ain't allowed. Back on South and Cloud. Mailbox by the porch next to your front door. Window shutters to help keep you dry and warm. Built with love and hope in your own backyard. South and Cloud. It's a little white house at the end of South and Cloud. A little white house where dreams could all run wild. Where Big Bird and Elmo were always welcome round. Back on South and Cloud. Back on South and Cloud.
We write some more songs about old South and Cloud.
Do what?
We write some more songs about old South and Cloud.
Maybe not in
All right, we're going to see about this one right here.
That's what I figured.
Bear with me just a minute. Okay, this song is called The Janitor. Now, interesting story with this song. I actually read an article about a janitor up in the north that was working at a military college. His name was William Crawford. And what was weird about this was he'd been there most of his life. He was retired from the military. And the students came and gone, the staff came and went, and he's still there cleaning, taking care of the custodial stuff. Well, one of the professors was doing some research one day on a particular battle that he was going to teach. And he ran across this guy, and his name was none other than William Crawford. And it turned out, after doing some research, it was actually the guy that was the custodian, the janitor there at the place. And he was a Medal of Honor winner. And nobody even knew it. So this professor actually managed to get President Reagan to come to the college and actually present him with the Medal of Honor. Now, what happened was William Crawford had gotten captured after this particular battle, and he was thought dead, and they had given the family the Medal of Honor, thinking he was dead. And then after the war, he got loose from the prison camps and went ahead and retired from the military and got this low-key job there. So this is kind of about William Crawford, and we'll see how we do with this one. I haven't been doing this so much. William Crawford mopped and cleaned the floor. A janitor's life was he. Quiet sort of fellow, no one ever seemed to see. Gray hair and weathered features, a man of many years who shared this secret story unknown to many ears. He said, don't take your life for granted, no one's guaranteed the day. You know they say I was a hero once, but I never felt that way. Well, I've seen this world twice over, and I've only one thing to say. If I had it to do over, I would not change one thing. William Crawford charged on up that hill that dark and dreary day. And when the fight was over, he had saved his men, they say. Well, his comrades lived to tell the tale, but his valor went unsung. Now he walks these halls and corridors, no one knows what he had done. Now a medal's just a medal that hangs upon one's chest to share a sacred moment, a fleeting time once spent, a medal paid with precious blood upon the battlefield, now hanging there so silently, a story yet to tell. Just a quiet man lost in time, a broomstick in his hand, a man of many seasons, a man of few demands, awarded the highest medal for his valor shown that day. Why, he never told a soul, no one could ever say. But he said, don't take your life for granted, no one's guaranteed the day. You know they say I was a hero, hero once, but I never felt that way. Well, I've seen this world twice over, and I've only one thing to say. If I had it to do over, I would not change one thing. If I had it to do over, I would not change one thing. Thank you. Okay. I tell you what, let's how are we doing on time? We're doing fine.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? All right, I've got a Volkswagen van outside, a 1960. It's got flowers on it. We're going to all climb in and we're going to ride up to Greenwich Village, okay? I think it's time to get a little folky in here, okay? We're going to get folky. You know, so there's songs that you just don't hear played out that much anymore, and this is one of them. Now, this one was written by a lady by the name of Elizabeth Cotton. Now, Elizabeth Cotton learned to play guitar when she was just a child. And she lived next to these train tracks. And she actually learned on a right-handed guitar, and she was left-handed, so she played it upside down. And that's how she learned to play guitar. Well, so this song was written probably around 1912, but it actually gained popularity in the mid-50s. So if you were walking the streets in Greenwich Village, there's a good chance you would have heard this song coming out of one of those buildings up there, okay? So let's see if we can do this. My finger picking's not all that good tonight, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, I think you can, and I want you to sing along. I think you know this song. Now, everybody has covered this song, and they do it, a lot of people do it pretty fast, but the way it was supposed to be played was slower. So let's try to do it the way it's supposed to be. Freight train going so fast. Freight train going so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know where I'm gone. Freight train coming around the bend. Freight train going back again. One of these days turn that train around and go back to my hometown. One more place I'd like to be, one more place I'd like to see. To see those old Blue Ridge mountains swim as I ride old number 9. When I die, Lord, bury me deep down at the end of Chestnut Street, where I can hear that old number 9 as I go down the line. Freight train going so fast. Freight train going so fast. Please don't tell the train I'm on, so they won't know where I'm gone. Won't know where I'm gone. All right, here's another song that I know everybody knows. And this one definitely, you would definitely hear this one. Actually, yeah. It was, she wrote it in between '09 and 12. No, I wasn't there. No, I wasn't there yet. Okay, this one was written by Pete Seeger. You would have definitely heard this one. Pete Seeger, the mayor of Greenwich Village. Definitely would have heard this one. So, I know everybody knows this one. So, we got to do this one. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Now y'all can sing this now. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? All right, let's see if we can pull this off. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Now we've come full circle. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? All right. Where am I at? What have I got? I got one or two left.
Where's Nikki?
I don't know.
I mean, it's
Two.
time.
She says three. I might do two more. Let's try this. Okay, you definitely would have heard this one coming out of the doors, probably at the gas light, you know. This one was written around 1965. People get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. Faith is the key to open doors and boredom. There's hope for those among you that love the most. Well, people get ready, there's a train to join, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key to open doors and boredom. There's hope for those among you that love the most. Well, there ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who'd hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place against the kingdom's throne. Well, people get ready, there's a train a-coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. Faith is the key to the diesel's humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. No, you don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. All right, I'm gonna do one more, and this one I'm gonna finish up with. And I know we've got some people here that were in the Navy. Anybody been in the Navy? Oh, okay, we got 2 people in the Navy. All right, well, I want you to understand this song, it doesn't matter. This song is not directed to you, okay? So don't take offense, all right? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Well, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. We're waking up and rising, waking up and rising, waking up and rising early in the morning. Well, put him in the longboat till he's sober, put him in the longboat till he's sober, put him in the longboat till he's sober, early in the morning. We're waking up and rising, waking up and rising, waking up and rising early in the morning. Well, if that don't work, well, let's try. Let's put him in the crow's nest till he's sober. Put him in the crow's nest till he's sober. Put him in the crow's nest till he's sober. Early in the morning. Waking up and rising, waking up and rising, waking up and rising early in the morning. All right, Lynn, you know what's going to happen next. What happens if you can't get him? Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. rising, way up and rising, way up and rising early in the morning. One more time. Way up and rising, way up and rising, way up and rising early in the morning. Oh, that's what you do with a drunken sailor. That's what you do with a drunken sailor. That's what you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning. Well, way up and rising, way up and rising, way up and rising early in the morning. Thank you. That was fun.